Hi, friends. Work life balance. Such a big mystery for us. As working mothers, it's always something we question ourselves. Am I being the best mom? Am I being the best wife? Am I being able to do justice to all my roles? Does my employer think I'm slacking? There are so many questions, so many thoughts we have. To the point that we do not want to do self care. We feel as if I'm doing a self care, am I having the right to do it because I'm not able to do justice to anybody else? I could have used that time somewhere else. It becomes such imperative to, I feel, especially to working mothers, because there's a lot more standards and things that we see in life that we start to question ourselves. And I feel I'd like to share my learnings around this topic. It could be through the learnings on the internet to the coaching through my husband, who's been a great supporter for me. I'd like to share this because I realized if you do not get this right, it's not worth the time that or the worry that you're having for it. You are losing out on life and it's not worth it. It's not worth the worry, the stress that you're going through thinking about this topic or trying to work around it. Hi everyone, I'm Sunita, a working mother using this platform to share my learnings and thoughts. Moving back to work life balance. So, there have been days where even I have gone through all of this. So, while I'm saying this, been learning, I've learned this, or I've figured it out to a certain extent. It's not been like this always. There were days, there were nights where I used to cry about it, saying that I'm not able to do my best. I don't think, or there have been even years where I've not taken self care, thinking that I'm not worth it. If I'm doing self care, which I'm being very selfish, taking time for myself, or sometimes even when I have taken time to take care of myself, I used to beat myself up later. It's something like, for foodies, it's like you go on a certain diet, then, when you break a diet or you eat a chocolate, then you regret eating that chocolate for a long time. So it's something like that. So you do self care and then you regret taking self care because you've stolen that time from somewhere else. So it's very hard to explain as well, because you're trying your best, but you do not have any companion that you can share with to say that I'm trying my best, I'm doing everything I can, because everybody else, you feel whoever share might say that okay, you are lacking here and here, so you feel that they might point out the areas you're not doing best because you know it more than they pointing out. You're not meeting your own standards. So that used to be even my story, in spite of my husband trying to console me, telling that you are doing what you can. But I was not able to justify my own self that I was doing what I can, because I was having a very high standard for myself in life, and beating myself to extent where I used to cry for days and nights around this topic. But I think eventually I got to a place where I can now peacefully say I figured it out, or at least sometimes even when I catch myself thinking about it, I'm able to get back to my own principles and things that I think through to get back to a routine or get back to a happy place. So I'd like to share those aspects with other moms, because I definitely don't want anybody going through what all I went through. And it's a common topic that I see at workplace as well, that we moms discuss on, think through, and really want that system where you can go share these learnings, see what's working for other moms, so that you can really try it out for yourself to see, am I missing something, because you want to do the best for your family and support system around. So I think first one is, first tip or first learning I had was be clear on what you want. Be clear in what you want for your family, what you want as a mom, what you want as a wife, what you want as an employee. Because sometimes not being clear is the confusion, is the root of the cause, because you just are living by standards of somebody else. It's not your standards. You don't know what you want. You just assume by what you're hearing from people that this is what I'm supposed to want, but it's not something that you want for your life. So be clear. When you get to a desperate position, that's when you start to think about this, and things start clearing out for you, and you have to spend that time to think about it. Be clear what you want in life from every role that you play. Okay, once you have that, then you know you want it. I want 100% of being a mom, 100% of being a wife, 100% of being an employee. If you're 100%, which is 300%, you really can do it. So that's the second point. I'll say prioritize it. What is it that is priority for your life? And when I say priority, it doesn't mean, okay, if I'm saying 100% mom, that's the priority in my life and I'll not focus on anything else. I think I might want to look at it to say, okay, when I say priority, I want this to be a priority for my kids at this point in time, and it could be the time setting, it could be what values that you want to inculcate from a priority standpoint, and how much you're willing to let go for that priority. Okay, because life is a give and take. If you're prioritizing something else, you have to let go of something else. So what is that right balance that you need for yourself? Not asking somebody else what you want. Listen to yourself. Okay, once you have that, I think then the third point is not being a perfectionist. While I might say I want this, don't try to be a perfectionist in that. Look out for tasks which take an effort of 20% but give you 80% results. It's okay not to be 100% in life, because you're focusing that time somewhere else. You're focusing that energy somewhere else. Because if you're doing this 100%, which means you're losing out something else. So I wanted to get the max out of each phase, each role. So get out of that perfectionist thing, because I'll say there are days when I try to be 100%, but my house is a mess. If I try to be 100%, if I'm spending the time in cleaning up my house, then I'm missing out on something else in life, which might be more important than just a clean house, right? So things like that. So don't try to be a perfection, because people say that you have to be perfectionist. It's okay. So you determine what you want. What is the priority you have in life? As I said, second point. Third one, don't be the perfectionist. I think then the fourth one is setting standards for yourself. When I say standards, don't go by what people say. What is the standard as a mom that I want? What is the standard as an employee that I want? It's my standard. It's not somebody else dictating to me, reading in books, or listening somewhere saying that this is what a wife should be, or this is what a mom should be, this is what an employee is supposed to be. No. What does Sunita want? What is her standard? Because when somebody says this, I'm comfortable listening to that, because I know that is my standard. Again, it ties back to the perfection thing. Might be, when you set that standard, it's to understand that nobody might call you perfectionist, because you're not aiming for 100% in that. You're trying to do your best. Okay, and that best which you had delivered is something that matters to you. It is more important to you than somebody else, or somebody that they might think. Then next one, I'll say reach out for help. It could be from your friends, colleagues, your maid. It's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to delegate certain things. You don't have to do everything. Okay, if I don't do this for my kids, which means I'm delegating this task to somebody else than me doing it for my kids. It matters. Don't get into that. That thought process is something that restricts ourselves, puts so much pressure on you, so much demand on you. Really think about it. It's okay to reach out for help. Get the right kind of help. Look for the quality help that you're receiving, and that is the best of your time. That's the best of your energy. And the next point I'll say, don't worry about others' opinion. This is a big thing that I had learned, because you hear somebody say, okay, this is how an employee is supposed to be. You have to be working, or you should be available at these times. As a mom, you are supposed to do this. How come you don't know this about your kids? Or, things like that. We hear a lot of opinions, thoughts from people. You should be okay not doing it, and also not worry when they say something to you. It doesn't matter to me now. Sometimes there are situations when very close people to you say those opinions. For a certain moment or certain period of time, it hurts you. You think about it, but later on, I think you have to get to a point where you go back, see what do I want, what is my priority, going through the points, what do I want in my life, am I clear about it, what is the priorities in my life right now. Those priorities might change as my kids grow up, as things change in life, those priorities would change, but what are the priorities right now for me? Okay, are these the standards that I want for myself? Okay, and if it is meeting all of this, but I'm not meeting somebody else's perfection, I'm not meeting somebody else's standards, it doesn't matter to me. I know they might be close to me, I might hear it daily, but I don't want to stress myself to a point where I lose myself. Even the points that matter to me, I'm not able to do my best if I think about all those points. So, this is something as moms that we struggle, I feel, which was a big thing. Once I came up to this process of these steps, realizing myself, whenever I catch myself in those situations, I again go back to this framework, go through those steps, read through, or self-analyze through those steps. I feel if what they said aligns to my standards or aligns to what is my priority, but I'm not doing it, then I take it as feedback. I incorporate that, I try to see how do I fit in. So I'm not saying all opinions you have to brush it, or depending on the person, but if it is meeting my standards, if it is meeting my goals, meeting my priorities, I take that and I try to see how can I do it. Okay, if it is not fitting in, where else should I change to incorporate this? So I'd say get this clear so that you're out of that mess of self-sabotaging yourself about work-life balance. Life cannot be a balance, I feel. It is always unbalanced. Something plays priority than the other. Depending on a certain day, even you have life priorities, but certain days, certain moments in life, like if my kid is sick, that's a priority irrespective of everything. Whatever you have doesn't matter at that until he gets well. Once the person gets well, probably I'll go back to my own percentages or priorities in life, how I figured it out. So there would be moments when you'll have to switch that balance. So getting to a perfect work-life balance is not possible, I'd say, but is that unbalance working for you is something that you have to think about. Spend that time to come to a peace about all your roles in life. Get in harmony with the unbalance. So that's something I've given a name to this channel as unbalanced harmony. Are you okay to be unbalanced? Is it a conscious unbalance that you're going through and you're okay with it? Because that's what is important for you. That is what you want in life. So I'll once read through these points because I think, there were 6 points. So it's a big list, but something that really will help you through. So just mentioning it again, be clear on what you want in life. Be clear what is your priority in life. Let go of perfection. Set standards for yourself, by you. Reach out for help. Do not worry about others' opinion. These are some 6 thoughts of framework that I use and go back to always, because there'll always be situations where it gets unbalanced and you think through, question yourself. I come back to this framework, then take a couple of hours, get back to a proper state, mental state. I'd like to hear from y'all. What do y'all do? Is there anything that you think I can add on? What is your opinion about the framework I'm using? To is there something I can tweak around? You feel just add on this and it'll be much better. I'd be happy to hear and learn more. I'll come back with another topic, another learning. Until then, happy learning.